All right, I think that the diction of Lafayette changes throughout the musical from the beginning to the end of his appearance as Lafayette, to demonstrate his time spent in America and how his personality has changed since coming to America. So we see Lafayette first in My Shot when he talks about, I dream of life without the monarchy. He's talking slower, he's more laid back, and he's so very clearly French in his disposition, but also in, he doesn't know how to say anarchy. He kind of sounds more poetic, especially next to like someone like Mulligan. And as he is getting integrated within his friend group, he's also getting integrated with what is becoming the American culture. He's in The Story of Tonight when they're talking and singing about the Revolution. He's at Alexander's wedding in The Story of Tonight reprise. Then I think his turning point is in Stay Alive. He's still talking poetic, but he says, I ask for French aid. I pray that France has sent a ship. And when Lafayette takes the charge, he says, as we snatch a stalemate from the jaws of defeat. He's picking up his speed a little bit. He's still got that kind of hoity-toity, sound to him, but he's speaking faster and with more confidence at this point. And then we graduate to Guns and Ships, where he takes up a large chunk of the song. And he's confident and determined, and he is fully integrated with this war. He goes to France for more funds, and he comes back with more guns. He could have stayed in France. He decided to stay. And he's talking fast. It's as quick as if you've ever heard Not Getting Married Today. It's of the same words per second. And he's still like grandiose in his word choice, but he's more direct and a little gruesome. We go from I dream of life without the monarchy to making these redcoats redder with blood stains and drop them and burn them and scatter the remains. That's like really kind of morbid. And I think it's interesting that Lynn used such heavy alliteration within that first chunk of lyric, and it's alliteration with R sounds, something that's like notoriously hard for French people to enunciate. Even a native English speaker would have a hard time with horse by the reins making redcoats redder with bloodstains. And he says it perfectly. He is fully integrated. He is fully with the cause. And as he's talking to Washington, who is the general, he is the man in charge. A lot of people have respect for his authority. He turns to be fantastically blunt and to the point with him. He talks about Hamilton almost as if he's comparing Hamilton with himself. Ingenuitive and fluent in French. What's he going to do in the bench? No one has more resilience or matches my practical tactical brilliance. Like, we know that Hamilton is great. It's his right-hand man. He thinks that he is comparable to that. But in talking to Washington directly, he says, you're going to have to use him eventually. Like, as if to say, get over yourself. He's going to have to get a command at one point or another. Like, you would be foolish to not let him lead. He says, you want to fight for your land back. That's a rhetorical question. It is entirely so informal for the man that he is speaking to. And then he's telling Washington, get your right-hand man back. You got to put some thought in the letter, but the sooner the better to get your right-hand man back. Again, that's a very casual delivery to someone who is leading your cause of the war that you are fighting.